Okay, hey, we're here at, I always want to say Dun and Bradstreet, but it's actually Dave & Buster's in Milpitas, and I'm here with Denise and Russ Bridges from the band Child of Mercy, and I'm reading my notes because I don't want to screw it up. So, anyways, we've been sitting here, and on the video that I make, we'll show all the food that we were eating, which will be cool. And Denise didn't eat anything because she's real picky and just hard to please. She's like one of those, no, just kidding. She's totally cool. Anyways, and we've been picking on her because her husband's here and we get all the dirt on her. Anyways, we are here to find out more about your band, and we've already asked you some questions so we could, you could cheat and write down your answers, which I'm going to steal her cheat sheet so she's like really on the spot. But anyways, let's start out by tell us a little bit about your band, how you guys came to where you're at today, and a little bit about your mission statement.
Well, we started back in 2006, and it all came about just, God put a name in my heart, Child of Mercy, and it was after I've just been through a lot of stuff, and God has done a lot of healing in my life, and He gave me a story to just reveal how awesome and how merciful that He is. So that's how it all began. God brought about all the musicians in the right timing, and I had to wait on God for that. But He brought the best guys I could ever work with. We're so blessed. So we're touring around right now. We just released our latest album, Broken Pieces, and we're just kind of spreading the news, spreading the word that God is a God of love, a God of mercy. And just sharing my testimony, what He's done in my life, all the amazing things. So that's what we're all about.
And Russ can answer this because we got to include Russ because he'll get mad and punch me. So who do you guys sound like? And tell us a little bit. Russ is the bass player, and tell us a little bit about how that is to play in the band with your wife fronting, and some of your influences and who you guys sound like and stuff like that.
Well, we played a lot of different places, and a lot of people come up with different ideas of who we sound like. My wife would be the best one to give you that, but, my basic influence is blues rock, because before I was saved, I used to play in metal bands, so I grew up playing that kind of music, but when God came into my life, He got me in a different direction, and truthfully, I've been much happier playing His music. But Denise would be the better one to give you that answer on who we sound like.
Oh, that's a hard one. We always get different things. No one really compares us to another Christian band. Oh, man, it's hard to say. I love Natalie Grant. I love her style. And I would say that a lot of my songs maybe are kind of like that. Chris's songs, I can't really... He loves the Beatles. So, I don't know. They don't sound like the Beatles, but he's got a little bit of that influence. But it's a nice mix of just a fresh new sound. How about that?
Excellent, and that's okay. Everybody will just have to listen to your album. That's right. To find out. I like that. So we want the honest truth because we just like the dirt on everything. You guys are married for 10 years. You just told me. Congratulations. It's awesome. Marriage is not an easy thing. But how is it being married, seeing each other all the time? How is it to be in a band on top of that? And so you're not only doing something that you're passionate about, but you doing something that as a married couple. So tell us a little about some of the good and the bad, and just let us have some dirt on this. I'm going to go with Russ on this one. Sorry.
Well, we like any other marriage. We have our good times and we have our bad times. And we have times where we just, have great joy, and like I say, times we just sometimes can get very frustrated with each other. But, the nice thing is being anchored biblically, we do our best to follow God's plan for marriage, and we come back to each other, and we always rekindle everything, and after 10 years, to me, I still love her more than anything in the world, and she means so much to me. And it's not just because she's holding a gun to me. No, just kidding. Anyway, but no, it's just God's biblical principles will help, keep any marriage strong. But that I've been really happy with our marriage, and I'll let her have the other half.
You know what I love about it is that we can do something together. I think it wouldn't feel right for me to be running off doing all this stuff and leaving him at home with the kids. And I feel like it's a great opportunity for us to do this together. We bring our kids with us to a lot of the places. They have like little places where the kids can play. Our kids love it. They hang out with us. So it's like a family thing. It's not like I'm running off by myself doing this. So I count it as a blessing to do this.
And plus, your husband can keep an eye on you. So when you get out of line, right, Russ? I know. All right. All joking aside, thanks. So she's pouring her green tea. Oh, I got to say that. I forgot I took a picture of that. Hot green tea, not just regular green tea. Yeah, we got to warm that up. You do have a very powerful testimony, which everybody that listens to this has to go to your website. And, of course, they can click on our artist page and get to that. But tell us a little bit about how you've taken all the pain that you've had in your life and share with us how you've incorporated it into your music today.
Okay. Well, first of all, I forgot to share our mission statement. Let me just share that with you. We are passionate about revealing the love and mercy of an amazing God who wants to bring about healing and restoration to the hurting and the broken. And really, that's what we're all about, and that's where I come from. I had a lot of wounds in my life. I didn't know how to deal with them, and just would turn to different vices to kind of find some temporary relief. Just push it back like it wasn't really there. Didn't understand all that. And I just walked a really destructive path. And through that, along with that, I also made some really bad choices in my life and have a lot of consequences, even that I live with to this day. And so I have to say that God has really brought me around and taught me a lot of good things. And I've come to a place where, you know what, I surrender to Him, because after, time and time again, you keep banging your head against that brick wall, doing it your own way, and you finally come to a point where you say, you know what, my way doesn't work anymore, and it's just not going to work, and I don't like it. And so I want God's way, because His ways are perfect. There's blessing, there's peace, there's joy, there's contentment. Nothing compares to that. So in all of the music that I write, I communicate that. I also just have a passion to minister to people who have had a hard past, and I just want to encourage them, especially people that feel like they can't do anything right. They keep going back to their addictions or whatever the problem is, that God is a God of love and mercy, and that we're going to fall down over and over and over again, but He keeps saying, get back up, get back up, get back up, So that's what drives me.
That is fantastic. And watching you guys speak and Russ googly-eyed at his wife, it's really cool. It's an inspiration to people. These guys are the real deal, and they're really cool. So as a final question, it's our JCM favorite. Name your favorite fruit and why. I know it's really ridiculous, but that's our question of the day.
Okay, I love all fruits. Fruit's awesome. But my favorite, I would have to say, is apricots. And we have this huge apricot tree in our backyard. And and unfortunately, 2 of the bigger branches fell. And so we lost probably, I don't know, almost half the tree. And I was really depressed. But that little third that we had left really yielded some good fruit. And I just gorged on apricots.
Probably cherries. They were my favorite. Always since I was a kid. But otherwise, give me any kind of fruit, I'll pretty much eat it.
So there you have it. An original, and only one other person said cherry. So awesome. And it's Child of Mercy. Go to their website. And they are having, on September 19th, a recovery festival in Vasona Park in Los Gatos. Again, you can get more information on them. Go get their album, and thank you very much for doing this with us. And we're going to go play some games now and have some fun, and I'm going to kick your butts on the hoop game. So. Joe from JCM saying have a good night.
Every day it's a fight. Will I ever get it right? Time has shown I'm my own worst enemy. When I can't seem to win, I blame everyone. I can't even you. Oh, but